Everyone wants to be happy, but no one wants to suffer. The Stoics understood that both are part of the human condition. They said you can't have one without the other. But they also said that happiness is a byproduct. It's not something you consciously pursue. It comes from within. So what did they do? What was their secret to happiness? I've read dozens of books on Stoicism and studied it for over a decade. And in this video, I want to share with you my favorite, the 10 most practical and useful Stoic principles to apply in your own life right now. Principle number 1, you have power over your mind, not events. Epicurus wrote, it's not things that upset us, it's our opinions about those things. A very wealthy man asked Epicurus how he could attain happiness. And Epicurus turned around and said, well, stop looking for it in external things. He says that the chief task in life is to separate things into two buckets, things that are in our control and things that are not in our control. External events are not in our control. How we interpret those events and respond to them is in our control. That's where the power lies. This is a lesson we all need to learn because so much of the time we waste is worrying about things that are outside of our control, wishing we could change things that we cannot. Instead, we should focus on the only thing we control, ourselves. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Principle number 2, life is short. One of the exercises the Stoics would do was to write their own epitaph. Who do you want to be remembered as? What kind of impact did you have on the world? Because if you think about it, life is really, really short. You may live to be 80, 90 years old, even longer. But in the grand scheme of things, you're just here for a brief moment. You were born at a particular moment in history. You're alive at this very moment right now, watching this video. And you will die at an unknown moment in the future. We don't know when that moment will be, which makes every moment precious and valuable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could stop living right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Seneca said it better. He said, how often do we postpone living? How many of us resolve to begin our lives on some future day, to live only when we are older, wiser, or better? Don't. Do it now, while you are young, while you are still able to, while you still have the strength. As Seneca says, life is short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Principle number 3, everything changes. The Stoics believe that everything in life is in flux. Nothing stays the same forever. People change, circumstances change, even the universe itself is constantly changing and evolving. When we cling too tightly to things and become attached to outcomes and situations, we only cause ourselves pain and suffering. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In other words, obstacles and challenges help us grow and improve. They force us to adapt and change. When we encounter these obstacles, we have two choices. We can either give in to the situation and let it defeat us, or we can use it as fuel to make us stronger and more resilient. Principle number 4, you only get one shot at life. Don't screw it up by focusing on small, meaningless things. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, had a very interesting metaphor for life. He said that life is like a runner's race. At the starting line, everyone is equal. There is potential, there is hope, but no one knows what the outcome will be. Some will stumble and fall, others will run fast and break records. The point is that every moment is precious. Every moment brings new opportunities and challenges. We don't know what the next moment will bring. As Epicurus said, no one can harm you. No one can hinder you except yourself. Principle number 5, don't judge others. The Stoics believe that everyone is on their own path, and it's not our place to judge them or their choices. Marcus Aurelius wrote, people are like coins. They come in different denominations and values, but they're all valuable and have some good in them. When we judge others, we are only hurting ourselves. We are allowing our own biases and prejudices to cloud our judgment. We are forgetting that everyone is struggling in their own way. We don't know what it's like to walk in someone else's shoes. We don't know their story, their motivations, their struggles. So instead of judging them, We should try to understand them. We should try to see things from their perspective. And if we catch ourselves judging others, we should remember Marcus Aurelius's words. He who is free of passion is superior to him who is controlled by them. Principle number 6. Don't seek pleasure, avoid pain. This is a very important principle of Stoicism. Epicurus taught that pleasure and pain are the two fundamental forces that drive human behavior. However, he also taught that we should not actively seek pleasure, but rather avoid pain. When we seek pleasure, we are chasing after something that is constantly out of reach. We are never satisfied with what we have, and we end up wasting our lives in pursuit of something that is always just beyond our grasp. On the other hand, when we avoid pain, we are freeing ourselves to pursue what we want in life without being held back by fear or anxiety. We are able to take risks, to challenge ourselves, and to grow as individuals. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The key is to decide what to be, and then do it." Principle number 7. What you resist persists. This is a very powerful principle. When we try to fight against reality, when we try to resist what is happening, we only make things worse. We end up causing ourselves unnecessary pain and suffering. The Stoics believe that we should accept things as they are, not as we would like them to be. We should embrace the present moment, whatever it may be, because it is in the present moment that life is happening. It's easy to dwell on the past or worry about the future, but the only time that we can actually do something about it is right now. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury and turn the error into the good." Principle number 8. Love your craft. The Stoics believe that we should find joy in what we do, that we should find meaning and purpose in our work. This doesn't mean that we should love every aspect of our job, but we should try to find something that we are passionate about, something that we can lose ourselves in, something that gives us a sense of fulfillment. This is what the Stoics meant when they talked about finding your daimon, your guiding spirit, or your inner voice. It's that thing that makes you get out of bed in the morning, that thing that gives you a sense of purpose and direction in life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do the right thing, for the right reason, at the right time." Principle number 9. The obstacle is the way. This is probably the most famous quote of Marcus Aurelius, and it embodies the spirit of Stoicism. The Stoics believe that obstacles and challenges are not things to be avoided, but rather opportunities to grow and improve. When we face obstacles, we have two choices. We can either give in to them and let them defeat us, or we can embrace them and use them to make us stronger and more resilient. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." And finally, principle number 10. You can't undo what happened. You can only choose what to do about it. This is a very important principle of Stoicism. It reminds us that we can't change the past, but we can change how we react to it. We can't undo what had already happened, but we can choose how to respond to it. We can choose whether to dwell on the past or to focus on the present moment. We can choose whether to be bitter or to be better. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is the good man's indifference." In conclusion, Stoicism is a philosophy that has stood the test of time. Its principles are as relevant today as they were when they were first written down thousands of years ago. By following these 10 principles, you can find inner peace and happiness no matter what external circumstances you may be facing. Remember that you are in control of your own destiny. Don't waste your potential and don't settle for mediocrity. Strive to be the best version of yourself and make the most of every opportunity that comes your way. The Stoics believe that we all have the potential for greatness within us. It's up to us to unlock that potential and to strive for excellence in everything we do. So go out there and make your life a masterpiece. Use these 10 principles as a guide and don't be afraid to face whatever obstacles come your way. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." Choose wisely and you will find true and lasting happiness. See you all in the next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.